and once you'll complete this course, I'll give you a certificate, a completion certificate, to boost your morale, to keep you on track. Thank you and have a blissful day. With this video, I am going to take you to the journey of Neuro Linguistic Programming. It is a psychological concept which helps us in healing our past wounds and cleansing our inner self on a more deeper level. So let's quickly see what does it mean. NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. Neuro is related to nervous system. It means whatever the information we take it through our senses, and it influences our neurological pattern. So when we take in the information through our senses, it affects our mind, body and spirit. So in a way, if we can improve this taking of information, we can improve ourselves, we can move to a next level. If we listen better and are more observant, we can learn different things and we can enrich ourselves with this different mindset. If we are more open to our own and other people's feelings, this means our brains have better information to make better decisions. It increases our ability to communicate effectively at conscious and unconscious level. L stands for linguistic, that is language. It includes words as well as phrases and the tone, voice, rhythm with which these words are spoken. For example, if I talk to my friend and say, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" My eye contact, my communication, my zest will show more connection. But if my eyes are down, "Hey, what's up?" my shoulders are down, it doesn't show that kind of communication which is shown in the previous sentence. So the language with which we speak to others, the language with which we receive different kind of information is important, because it sets a tone in our mind, it sets a different kind of phenomena in our mind, it sets actually that what the person wants to say and what is their enthusiasm level. Programming stands for habits. Over the years, we develop different kinds of habits, some useful, some not useful. So this neuro-linguistic programming techniques helps us in removing all those useless habits which are not serving us anymore, which are not useful for our life, and making us more sick, making our mind more sick. So this technique is definitely going to help us. In next videos we'll see how this can help you, what are their benefits and what are the techniques. We'll see, and we'll be having some more action plans as well. So it's an exploration of how we think, act and behave. In essence, NLP believes that we all build our maps of society filtered by our senses, experience and beliefs. Let's see some of the benefits of NLP, that is Neuro Linguistic Programming. First and foremost is removing your mind blocks, your inner blocks which stops you to move away, to move further, and putting you on a path of continuously learning new skills, where you can have better relationships at your home, at your work, where you can have better performance levels in your job, in your business, or whatever you are doing in your life. You can have a better, fun-filled, fulfilled life actually, and you can develop and maintain a healthy routine so that you can have a healthiest version of yourself. Stop procrastination and pushing your fears away. So So these are some of the benefits of NLP. And I also want to talk about the 3 attributes or 3 skills you must have to follow this NLP. And the number 1 is courage. Do you have the courage in you? Do you have that level of commitment to you, so that you can move on to this journey, so that you can remove your mind blocks and show the world that you are going to be a better version of yourself, leaving all your past pains behind, all those things leaving behind which have disturbed you over the years, but not now. They are not going to disturb you now. After going through this 30-day challenge of emotional healing challenge, I am sure that you are going to get rid of all your emotional pains, all your health pains, and you'll be on a way to a better version, a healthier version, a newer version of yourself. See, knowing and not doing is equal to not knowing. So if when you have invested in it, you have taken this course, I request you, I suggest you to follow it diligently and have that courage in you. You have already shown your courage by taking this course and moving on to this level 2. You already have that courage. So keep going, keep moving. Keep motivating yourself. See your goal cards and keep changing your goal cards. The present day, the foreseeable future, the coming time. Whatever your goals are. Goals must keep on changing depending upon your circumstances. If you have achieved a health goal, you can shift to a new work goal or a health relationship goal. Keep on changing, keep on shifting, and keep on moving. Keep on taking small steps so that finally you can reach to your destination. Consistency alongside courage is very important. And if you follow it diligently for 90 days, I'm sure you are going to achieve it with 100% commitment. And share your commitment level in the commit box. What percent of commitment level you think you have to follow this journey? The second skill is discipline. Are you disciplined enough? Can you get up early in the morning to do some meditation? Can you go for a walk on regular basis? Can you change your routine a little bit to move on to this journey? Can you change your health routine? Can you change your health habits, your eating habits? Can you change a shift in your mindset? If the answer is yes, and obviously the answer is yes, so you have that discipline in you, and I'm sure that you are going to get benefit of this NLP. The third aspect is openness to achieve things. Open your heart to achieve new things, to receive all those new things you are learning. If you are not going to accept it, it will not work for you. It's not going to work, believe me. So open your heart, open your mind to achieve and receive these new things, so that this will start working for you. This will help in changing your neurological pattern in your body. And to make it happen, I again suggest you to stay away from all those negativities which changes your mindset, or you get back to your life again. Please stay away from all those things. It can be a music, it can be any friend, it can be any particular relative. Stay away from them for some time so that you can be on your track. I hope with these 3 skills you'll be able to master NLP. In this particular video, I'm going to discuss 5 techniques of Neuro Linguistic Programming (NLP), which are going to help you in changing your perception you experience the world. Since our thoughts, our mindset shape our reality, it changes and transforms our entire life. These techniques will help you in getting rid of anxiety disorders, phobias, performance improvement at work, and personal happiness. NLP believes in the strategy in the module that everyone, all of us, has resources sufficient enough to make positive changes in our life. This is one of the basic assumptions of NLP. So, it is better than other therapies or other psychotherapies. It's definitely going to work for those who believe in this model. With these techniques, you can design your own life in your own way. So, be an architect of your life and move on. When we say move on, all of you who are undergoing pain, sufferings, sadness, you will understand that it is very easy to say the word move on, but how difficult it is. It needs an altogether a different mindset, a change and shift to move on. And I, as your coach, is 200% committed to help you in move on in your life, as I have done myself. Alright, the first technique is disassociation. When you are undergoing any bad feeling, any nervousness, any sadness, you can follow this, and the action plan for this is, the strategy to do this is, first of all, you have to identify the particular emotion you want to get rid of. It can be fear, rage, dislike, discomfort, whatever. But at a particular moment of time, you have to work on only one emotion. Only then it's going to work. Once you settle the one emotion, then you can move on further. You can take another emotion and then you can move on. Second step is to imagine that you can float out of your body and look back at yourself. We'll do a meditation practice for this. So I suggest you to find a comfortable place where you can sit on floor with crossed legs, and let's do this meditation. Let's do this meditation practice. Close your eyes, sit on floor with crossed legs, your hands on your knees. Imagine that you have floated out of your body and look back at yourself. You are sitting near a beautiful flowing river. Imagine this situation that you are sitting near a beautiful river. You are sitting in between of river and deep blue water flowing from both sides of yours. This pure, gentle water is touching your mind, your heart, and your soul. All your energies, your powers, your neurons are directed towards healing of your body. You may experience that tears roll out your cheeks. Let them come. All the cosmic energies and the power of your universe are ready to remove all of your pains, your sickness, your health issues, your past pains. The flowing water is taking all your problems, and slowly all these are leaving your body. First from your mind, then from your heart, then from your navel, belly, and lower part of your body. All is swept away with water. You are looking at these problems from a distance. These are moving and going away from you. Now you'll experience a difference in your body. All your pains, your sufferings, your past wounds have already left your body, going farther and farther from you through water. That pure water has taken all your worries, your pains, and left a beautiful you, a new you, a pure soul filled with joy and happiness. Do this meditation practice at least once a day while you are undergoing this course, and share your experience with me. Hello, welcome back. And the second technique of NLP is content reframing. In this technique, what you have to do is just you have to think from a different perspective. For the bad feelings, for the unfavorable situations you are undergoing. This strategy will help you in changing your mindset, in shifting your mindset, and so that it's going to clear your head and you can make responsible, even handed decisions. The practical aspect or the action plan is that think of a negative situation or any situation you are undergoing. It can be a breakup. So now let's reframe it. Now let's look at the positive aspects of it, of the breakup. You are now more open to new relationships, to new potential relationships. You can do what you want when you want. And in fact, you have learned a lesson from this old relationship which will help you in growing or moving further in a different relationship you want or of your choice, with some other person, with some lovable person who needs you, whom you need. And you have learned valuable lessons of life. This is called reframing, content reframing. You can use this technique to reframe all the odd situations of your life. It can be a breakup, a job left, problems between husband and wife, issues between parents and children, between your parents, with your colleagues at your workplace. Whatever is the situation in your life that is holding you back, that is making you sad, and that is stopping you to move on in your life. You are stuck, so just try to reframe it. Start writing 5 to 10 positive aspects of this situation so that you can move on. Slowly, gradually, you will see, you will experience that your mind will start accepting these positive aspects you have written in your diary or on any page. I further suggest you to maintain one diary on regular basis so that you can write it on regularly. Any adverse phenomena, any adverse situation you feel in your life, please write down 5 positive aspects of it. And you will see that slowly, gradually, your mind start accepting the positive things. Your heart is more open, your mind is more open, and you can reframe your actual life, your whole life. So this is second aspect. And don't forget to share your comments, your experiences. Write down at least 5 positive aspects of your current sad happening, any sad event you have undergone recently, and share it with me. Let's quickly look at the third technique of NLP, which is anchoring yourself. This technique will help you in associating your desired positive emotional feeling or response with a particular phase or sensation. You can use this when you are feeling low, and your feelings will immediately change. What you have to do is, first of all, you have to identify one particular emotion which you want to feel. A good positive emotion. It can be happiness, calmness, confidence. Work on one emotion at a time. Identify one of the emotion and then decide on where on your body you would like to anchor this particular emotion, such as pulling your earlobe, pressing your knuckle, squeezing your fingernail, pressing your hands. You can think of any particular sensation which triggers you, which creates a sensation in your body, and then relive that memory. Go in the past and remind of that particular feeling, that particular moment, any journey of your life where you had the maximum of that emotion, maybe happiness, confidence. any particular moment of your life, just go back into your memories and relive that phase. Mentally relive that picture, think about it. Imagine that you are in the same situation now and try to create a connection between your body and that particular emotion. If it at particular moment, maybe as you joined your job very first time, remember of that day. Or you met any of your friend with whom you were very happy, remember that day. Or maybe any day after your marriage or when your kid was born, any particular moment which made you happy. Remember it and then create a balance. Create an anchor on your body. While you are reliving that old moment, identify one of the gesture, one of the sensation. What you are doing in this way, you are creating a neurological response with that particular happy moment to the present by pressing your body, by giving a physical touch to your body. So it will create a neurological response, a neurological stimulus response, that whenever you will touch it, you will remind of that moment and your feelings will change. This is the concept of anchoring, that you associate an old good feeling with the present time by creating a physical touch associated with that particular moment. If I remember of my job, I just love to hold like this. So whenever I sit like this, it reminds me of that particular day, the first day of my job. And I remember all that good memories and my mind changes immediately. So this is the concept of anchoring. Relate these things, relate this neurological response and bring that happiness and joy in your life again. Use this technique anytime you want to change your mood. Thank you. Hi, let's dive into the fourth technique of Neuro Linguistic Programming, which is rapport building. There are chances that many people are faced by the circumstances that people don't like them. Most of the times, in school times, in job times, and any time in your life, this can happen, that you may come across situations that people stop liking you. So what you have to do, this technique is going to help you. The purpose is that getting other people like you. See, and this technique is called mirroring. Mirroring the body language, the tone, the words, the phrases, the sentences. So where you want to build that rapport, you have to be around with those persons and observe them. Observe their feelings, thoughts, their likings, choice, dislikings, and then what you have to do is just mirror them. Sit in a way they sit, tilt their head as they tilt, smile when they smile. So just you have to copy them as exactly for some time, and you'll see that people will start liking you, people will start noticing that you are like them, and it will create building a rapport with them, and you will be comfortable in that group or with those persons with whom you were not comfortable earlier. For this, you need to do some observations, maybe before joining the group or before meeting those persons, or alongside also you can do this. Mind it that if you are too over in these things, people may notice it consciously and it will break that rapport. So do it as naturally as you can. Be in calm your gestures and try to build this kind of rapport to let people notice you and be comfortable in that group. And the last technique is goal setting. All of us must have goals in our life, else we don't know where we are moving. So set your goals, take a small step every day towards your goal. Notice what happens and what is not working. change until you achieve those goals. Keep on changing those steps, those strategies, those procedures, and keep moving towards your goal. I'll be sharing a PDF with you so that you can download and work it on. It will be a workshop style, a pen paper work. You download it and fill it up and just see where you lie, what your goals are, and you can have a better picture of yourself so that you can actually work and move on to this NLP journey and you can really enjoy it. So we discussed the 5 techniques of NLP. I have given you in very short and very brief. You may read it long theories on this, but I have given you a concrete 5 steps which are going to work you in practical ways. Else NLP is full of lots of theories. So the information I am sharing with you will be really useful to you. Hey guys, let's go more deep into Neuro Linguistic Programming, and today I want to talk about a very important topic which is going to help you in improving your interpersonal relationships, your relationships with your spouse, with your children, with all the persons around you. Especially it's going to help you in your workplace, in your offices. If you have this particular knowledge, and I have done so much hard work to summarize it into a short video so that I can give you the crux of the information which you can imbibe and utilize it in your day-to-day life. The number one is, in neuro-linguistic programming, we identify personalities, we categorize personalities into 3 types. The number one is auditory type of persons. The number 2 is visual type of persons, and the number 3 is kinesthetic type of persons. So let's talk about first auditory mode of persons. Auditory means you can resemble it with the audio mode, that the person wants to listen. The person wants to listen about the work, about the praises, everything, each point of information, each part of information, each piece of information, the person wants to listen. So if you have encountered this kind of person in your life, you have to speak more, because person will not value it if you will not speak. The words used by the auditory kind of persons is look, like, sounds like. So they use these kinds of words to express themselves. So if there is any person around you who is using this kind of words, look, listen, sounds like, so you can immediately identify that the person is of auditory mode and the person wants to listen. In your office, you can face these kinds of circumstances that whatever you do, your boss is not happy. So you have to think from a NLP kind of person that what kind of boss you are having. If your boss is of auditory mode, the person wants to listen to the work, to the progress. If you have done one file work, speak up that you have done this much work and how much pain you have encountered while doing that work. The person will realize it. But if you will not speak up, the person will not realize it, and that's the importance. The same kind of situation happens in husband-wife relationships as well. If husband is of auditory mode, the person wants to listen praise. If wife is of auditory mode, the wife wants to listen praise. Wife wants to listen how food is made. Wife wants to listen how the work done by her is. These kind of persons wants to listen. And if as NLP, after going through this NLP course, you came to know about it, that there are 3 kinds of personalities in the world. With the words they use maximum, you can immediately identify the word, that what kind of personality they are, and you can catch them immediately. Next type of persons comes is visual type of person. This type of person wants to see how much work is done. This type of person wants to see the progress or levels of the work at office as well, and in husband-wife relationships as well. The words used by these persons are see, look, bright, visual. So whenever you find any person around you using these type of words, the moment the person uses see, immediately you can come to know that the person is of visual kind of mode. Immediately you will come to know, my God, you are becoming masters in NLP. So can you identify what kind of person I am? Would love to see it in comments. Please share it. See. So the person wants to see. So if you praise them in that way, the person will be happy throughout. Because of their perceptions, because of the type of upbringing they have gone through, the kind of circumstances they have undergone while during their childhood, all these things matters, and which create a different kind of personality within the person. And that is why slowly, gradually, things builds on. So as you see visual kind of boss in your office, explain in a way that, see, I have done this, I have done this much work, I have done this much pages, I have traveled this much to complete this work, I have covered this much distance to cover up a client, I have covered. Show the person on a graph how much distance you have traveled. The person will see and recognize you. But if you'll keep on just speaking, the person is not going to recognize it. Every time it is difficult. I can understand that every time it is difficult to please the person in that way. But even after that, if you can look into these facts and can do a little bit more on occasional basis, you'll find harmony in your relationships, because these are the main things which affects throughout the life. Two persons live together, but they miss a kind of bonding, a kind of understanding because of this. So I'm telling you these small things which are going to help you, because I want you to be in harmonious relationships with your spouse, with your children, with your parents, in your office, or with all the persons around you. You can create your own aura and magic with this knowledge. This knowledge is so powerful, and I have been using it throughout. The more I use, the more perfect I am getting. Next comes is kinesthetic mode of person. Kinesthetic is an emotional person who has to feel things before he can learn them. This is the kind of person who falls in love with people after he or she feels good. So if the person doesn't feel good, they may not fall in love. Kinesthetic kind of person is emotionally sensitive and gets hurt easily, and his emotions can always be seen on his face. So if you find any person around you who wants to feel the feelings, is actually a kinesthetic person. The person do not trust easily, do not fall in love with others easily. They judge people so many times. They keep on judging, and sometimes they lose relationships. This is one of the negative aspect, but this can be happen with anybody also. So this type of person is very emotional. So identify what type of person you are, you yourself, and what are the words you use. Find out at least 3 to 4 words and share it in the comments below. I would love to hear, and I would like to give responses to some new amazing discoveries. Share your experiences and how you are going to utilize it in your life. The easiest way is to identify the person, the kind of personality they are, and try to please them in that way. try to accommodate them in that way. So it's an easy way to have harmonious, cordial relationships with everybody around us. And that's what we have studied in rapport building also. So that was one of the technique to create a rapport with the persons. So this comes into it that when we create a rapport with the persons around us, it's going to help us in having so good relationships. I hope that with this neuro-linguistic course I have added some values to your life which will be beneficial to you throughout. Thank you so much. In this particular video, I'm going to discuss 5 techniques of Neuro Linguistic Programming (NLP), which are going to help you in changing your perception you experience the world. Since our thoughts, our mindset shape our reality, it changes and transform our entire life. These techniques will help you in getting rid of anxiety disorders, phobias, performance improvement at work, and personal happiness. NLP believes in the strategy in the module that everyone, all of us, has resources sufficient enough to make positive changes in our life. This is one of the basic assumptions of NLP. So, it is better than other therapies or other psychotherapies. It's definitely going to work for those who believe in this model. With these techniques, you can design your own life in your own way. So be an architect of your life and move on. When we say move on, all of you who are undergoing pain, sufferings, sadness, you will understand that it is very easy to say the word move on, but how difficult it is. It needs an altogether a different mindset, a change and shift to move on. And I, as your coach, is 200% committed to help you in move on in your life, as I have done myself. Alright, the first technique is disassociation. When you are undergoing any bad feeling, any nervousness, any sadness, you can follow this, and the action plan for this is, the strategy to do this is, first of all, you have to identify the particular emotion you want to get rid of. It can be fear, rage, dislike, discomfort, whatever. But at a particular moment of time, you have to work on only one emotion. Only then it's going to work. Once you settle the one emotion, then you can move on further. You can take another emotion and then you can move on. Second step is to imagine that you can float out of your body and look back at yourself. We'll do a meditation practice for this. So I suggest you to find a comfortable place where you can sit on floor with crossed legs, and let's do this meditation. Let's do this meditation practice. Close your eyes, sit on floor with crossed legs, your hands on your knees. Imagine that you have floated out of your body and look back at yourself. You are sitting near a beautiful flowing river. Imagine this situation that you are sitting near a beautiful river. You are sitting in between of river and deep blue water flowing from both sides of yours. This pure, gentle water is touching your mind, your heart, and your soul. All your energies, your powers, your neurons are directed towards healing of your body. You may experience that tears roll out your cheeks. Let them come. All the cosmic energies and the power of your universe are ready to remove all of your pains, your sickness, your health issues, your past pains. The flowing water is taking all your problems, and slowly all these are leaving your body. First from your mind, then from your heart, then from your navel, belly, and lower part of your body. All is swept away with water. You are looking at these problems from a distance. These are moving and going away from you. Now you'll experience a difference in your body. All your pains, your sufferings, your past wounds have already left your body, going farther and farther from you through water. That pure water has taken all your worries, your pains, and left a beautiful you, a new you, a pure soul filled with joy and happiness. Do this meditation practice at least once a day while you are undergoing this course, and share your experience with me